to Let's Talk World with Maria. And I would like to thank our friend JC, our creative executive of social media shows, for sitting down for me last week showing our meet and greet interviews in Westgate, Las Vegas. I would like to thank all my team for being such a good player last week. Not player like playa playa, but it's actually they are all there with all the cooperations of all the contributors, collaborators, and possible future hosts and hostesses of social media shows. And you guys know what? As you can see, I have Mr. Joe Burger here. And anyways, Joe, you know what? Joe Burger, if you guys notice or seen my picture on my profile, that is actually been taken by Mr. Joe, and I have so much, I have so much good feedback on that picture. But anyways, we wanna know more about Mr. Joe Berger here. He lives here in Vegas, and you are, what do you do?
I'm a commercial truck driver. I'm a driver trainer for a local trucking company. I do everything from teach people how to drive to make sure they get their paperwork correct at the end of the day.
Oh,
And deliver freight around town.
nice. And your passion is what?
Photography. Definitely photography.
As you can see, all the pictures that's actually having shown here behind us is his art of work, and it's so wonderful. Like what I was saying earlier, I got a really good feedback, positive feedback of the pictures that you took at Fremont Street. And this is how I met this guy. He called how, I don't know how we actually connected at that time, where he was like, I am in a mission to take pictures at Fremont Street. Who wanna be my model? And I'm like, you know what? I never did modeling at all. This is my first and probably the last. But it's not because it's bad, but it's because I am not that model type kind of thing. So when he said that, do you wanna do it? I said, I wanna do it. I wanna try it. Then call my friend Rita, and I said, I need a makeup artist right now. So we went and we had so much fun.
We did. We got to play around on Fremont Street. Did some shots actually on Fremont Street, closer to Fremont East, and just had a good time.
You know what? I was driving last night at Fremont, and we drove through where we started taking pictures. I'm like, I was standing out there, and that's my picture on my profile picture. It's really funny. Who I'm driving with? Oh, it's actually Diana Hamilton. Hi, Diana. I'll see you. I'll see you soon, by the way. But anyways, I would like to acknowledge some of our viewers here. We have James Farrell, Tita Rose in the Philippines, Mr. Hill Ramones, and goodness, something went on. It's showing in there, but I don't know why it's something went on so far. I hope everything is good. If you guys don't hear us, please let us know. And Timothy Dark just actually joined us too. Timothy, let me know if something's missing on the picture, but I don't see anything right now. Let me double check. Live Watch Party. Just want to make sure that we're still on. Are we still on?
Yes.
We're still on? Okay, I guess we do, but I don't see. Okay, there you go. I seen it. It's technology and it's social media, so anything could happen, like what happened to our musician Loves Honey yesterday.
Oh
But
my God.
anyways, you didn't miss much yesterday. It's still the same thing as bickering between me and Kevon Tyree. The only thing that you guys missed is with our adorable guest yesterday, how they how they interact with us with our topic, business and pleasure, how you separate business and pleasure, and also their product and services and what they are passionate about. That's the only thing that you guys miss. We're gonna actually ask them to come back and be our guest again, and I hope it's not gonna happen again. But I would like to shout out to Rita and to Miss Julia, by the way. Anyways, let's get back to our guests out here, because I would like to thank you so much for taking the time coming and see me here. Actually, this is a payment for me modeling for you.
I knew there was going to be something to trade.
Yeah, right. But anyways, I'm still, if as long as I just want to say hi to Patrice Luciano in Reno. By the way, she just joined us. But anyways, I'm still here. If you wanna do some photo shoot, like what I said, as long as there's clothes on, I'm into it. That's just me. I just loving myself. That's how me. So anyways, so let's talk about your passion, and what do you see on these pictures that's probably a lot of people, especially like me, who is not an artist. I look at a picture and I will just say, hey, that's beautiful. That's it.
Well, do we know which picture's up right now?
Yes. Well, we have what is the picture that's on right now, Mr.
It's
Director?
a picture of a blonde lady.
Blonde lady.
And now it's a picture of rocks on the
Rocks. Yeah,
seashore.
you see that's the first one.
The
Yeah.
pier. Okay.
Yeah.
That one, I took that 10 years ago. I was up in Canada.
Oh, it's in Canada.
It was the northern edge of Thunder Bay, Ontario. It's Lake Superior,
Lake
one of the Great Lakes.
Well, it's in Minnesota. No, it's in Wisconsin.
Right, but the other side is in Canada.
Oh, I seen that. By the way, I seen that Lake Superior. Let me actually tell a really quick story. That Lake Superior, it's my first time driving in the snow.
Mhm.
So I just keep on saying this ex-boyfriend. I shouldn't be saying that it's Valentine's tomorrow, but my ex-boyfriend let me drive for the first time in the snow. We just moved to Minnesota at that time, and he told me to just drive straight. And they went all out in sleep. They all fell asleep, and I just keep on driving, and I'm loving it. It's beautiful. And So I went straight until we end up in Lake Superior, and it's beautiful. By the way, that rock behind us that you are seeing is real, and it's beautiful. By the way, it's a beautiful place. I just wanted to see a ship in there while it's snowing. No, just kidding. But anyways, what's the next picture that you are seeing right now?
I see like a man in a costume.
That would be a tribal chief at the Indian powwow up in Ely.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was a big event. They're doing a Native American dance,
Uh-huh.
and I was just grabbing some pictures, and that one, just getting him in full regalia from head to
Yeah,
toe.
that is amazing.
It was just I was lucky enough where I was able to capture what I saw
Mhm.
and put it onto a digital image so that everybody else can see it.
That's amazing. You see, you are doing these things with your passion, with your heart. Like you know what? This is beautiful, and I totally agree that life is beautiful and the world is beautiful. It's full of colors.
It is.
It is. So what's the next picture, director?
This is a lady on the bed with her
Yes,
legs
I seen this.
spread.
Yeah, well, you know what? I want to
Okay.
talk about this because this is kind of more. I seen all the comments when you posted this.
Provocative
It's
shot.
Risque.
yeah. So, anyways, okay. So you did the first one, and you had some good and positive and negative comments on this one, but and then you went back and changed the background. Where he's
Different person. There's a different photo
Oh,
shoot.
are you kidding me?
No,
I thought it's the same thing.
no, two different photo shoots, two different people.
But you know what? I like the first one.
I'm glad.
Yeah, I like the background on the first one, even though I disagree with all the comments. Probably those people who commented on that first one has a better knowledge about art than me, but in my eyes,
Well, art is completely subjective
mhm,
because what one person likes, another person will think is trash, and what the one person who thinks something else is great,
mhm.
someone else is going to think, yeah, that's looks like a picture I could take on my phone. It is very subjective. It's very hard in getting your idea across. And when I have a customer who's happy with the end result, that's what makes me happy.
Yep,
Is because
I agree. I
for
totally
me-
agree.
For me, I like to be able to capture what I see
Mhm,
and translate that into a digital image,
mhm.
and it helps, and it's worked pretty well so far.
Yes, I totally agree with that. It depends who is your it's not really depends on your audience, but it depends who you actually focusing for this picture for.
Yeah, it is your audience, because
yeah,
it's hard to get to know people sometimes when you just get hired right off the bat. Hey, I want this picture. I want this picture. I like to sit down and talk with people and find out what it is they're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
If they're looking for a sexy feel to it, if they're looking for a business type of feel to it, if they're looking for just frolicking in the park and having a good time, whatever it is, my goal is to capture what you want on tape or on
the
digital.
Image, yeah, and the digital.
I'm so used to saying film, even though nobody's used film that I know of in a long time.
Yeah, well, I just want to actually acknowledge some viewers here. My sister Marcia, hey Andrew, nice seeing you. And Anthony Frenza and Hazel Perucho Cortez, thank you so much for tuning with us. Like what we were talking about, we're talking about the passion of Mr. Joe Berger, which is photography, and we're kind of discussing about pictures that's actually slide showing behind us, and let's get back to that to the topic where see although you do photography, I do the video part.
Right.
So I am that kind of person that I love the graphics, graphic designing, digital designing, and everything. But that is only a second part of my passion. The first part of my passion is what content I'm bringing to and delivering to my viewers, because I believe that as long as there's only one person that I change their life, or just one person to say you did a good job, I'm satisfied with that. I am not here to impress anybody, although I dress up really nice all the time, because that's just me. I am not here to impress anybody. I'm not here to to look good for you.
Right.
Yeah, I am here to look good for me. I don't know if that makes sense.
You're doing a good job.
But anyways, that's what I do is I just need one person to actually notice me. I don't want everybody to notice me.
Fame is nice, but I'd rather have people's respect, and admiration is the wrong word. I'd rather have their respect and friendship.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. Well, you know what? I promised you earlier that this is gonna be short and sweet, but I am not over with a question, and probably this is the last question, but we'll see. I you probably don't wanna answer this in public, but you can give the best answer that you could. I was talking to you earlier about me not open to the public. I am a very private person. Prior to opening social media shows,
Right.
and for you coming over here is really really hard, and I really appreciate it for giving me the chance to be the first one to get you in front of the camera. That is amazing, and I feel so honored for that for that reason. What actually makes you not in front of the camera? And I know that I see a lot of your posts that you are not an open person.
That I'm not an open person.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to.
Well, as far as not being in front of the camera, I've always been comfortable behind the camera, behind the scenes, getting stuff done, making sure that things go the right way. I don't have any creative ability until you put a camera in my hands, and that's when I started to get creative.
You're the behind the camera, yeah.
Yeah,
You're just like click, click, click.
As far as being in front of the camera, I've never really been exposed to it. It's just not something I've ever gotten comfortable with. As far as not being an open person, you haven't read far enough in my Facebook posts, because
I think you said
I am a pretty open person on Facebook.
You said something about you said something about, I think, I'm trying to remember exactly what's the word, but I believe is it, you know what, I'm not gonna actually put you on the spot on that. No, I promised you earlier I'm gonna trust your thing, but is it something like you're in Vegas, right? It's not, we have so much things to do in Vegas. I think that's the one that I am trying to get out. I think you have a problem with something before.
Yes, I'm a recovering addict from compulsive gambling.
There you go. That's what I'm getting into. Yeah. So, how are you doing? Because I see that you are doing really great. That's the post that
I'm doing pretty well, actually. 8 years, 2 months without a bet, and it is a source of pride for me.
That's good. Yeah.
Destroyed my life for a long time, but I was able to get into recovery and turn my life around.
So what message you want to put out there to people that having the same difficulties before, and they're struggling to actually move on with their life?
The best advice I can give, and the thing that I would like to say, is there's help available. Reach out to somebody. If you can't figure it out with just talking to one person, get on the internet, look up whatever addiction it is that you have. There's anonymous groups for every addiction you can think of, and we're out there. We're waiting to help, and we do like to help because we give back by helping the newer people, because that's how we got help. Was the people who had time before we came in were there to help us.
That's true. You know what I believe in? You have to go through to the same situation for you to be able to teach or to lift up somebody's soul. If you never been into that situation, how would you understand how they feel?
It's like me trying to teach somebody how to play the harp when I've never played it, but I can teach about photography.
Exactly. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Well, you know what? Your passion. God bless you for everything that you do, and teaching other people or helping other people recover from different things in life. That is a good thing, and that's our passion here in social media shows, is to touch only one life. That's all we need. If we can touch 100 million people, that's actually like icing in the cake.
Right.
But that is only our goal. So for those people that actually watching us here at social media shows, we do all these shows for a reason. We literally just doing this not for ourselves, but we have so much negativity in this world, and for us to come out in front of the camera just to entertain you, empower you, enrich your soul, or everybody. I am not perfect, honestly, and I know Kevon would be loving to hear that because I keep on telling him I'm perfect. But anyways, inside me though is, I probably not the right person to encourage and inspire somebody, but you know what, I have some word of wisdom to share to somebody, and if that single word that I can actually empower somebody, that's for me is a satisfaction. It's actually a touchdown.
Anybody can be somebody to help other people
in different ways.
It doesn't matter what it is. If somebody reaches out, give them a chance, and if they can't get what they need from you, maybe you can steer them in the right direction.
Exactly. I like that. Well, thank you so much, Joe. Oh my God, Joe is now my one of my best friends, right?
So I'm told.
Thank you so much, man. Well, stay tuned because we have one more thing to show you guys. We are live streaming all the meet and greet interviews that happens on our meet and greet at Westgate, Las Vegas. So stay tuned and watch this next video after we pay our bills.
Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity starts with us on social media shows. We have 20 shows a week live streamed across the globe, with a reach of over 80,000 and growing. So you can host your own show, and you can be anything you want to be. So let's bring the community together, and let's bring the world to you. join us now. We've reached the age of live streaming on social media shows. You may ask, we're already ahead of the curve, so why do you need to advertise with us? Well, only 8% of the businesses in the US are using digital advertising to grow their business. That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to...
Oh, hey, it's me, Bettina. I'm here to interview this wonderful guy, Michael Rogers, local photographer here in Las Vegas, who has been a really big asset to...
I like that.
Bettina. He has his own videos. He's done lots of them of his own self in the morning, getting up, drinking coffee, talking about his day, and I've enjoyed those. I just want to tell you, I've seen you.
What do you enjoy about it? What?
I've seen you on social media
Tell me the
a
one
long
thing
time.
What is the one thing you enjoy? What is it?
I like his eyes. He has these really pretty eyes, and he gets his close-ups, and he's just natural, and he relaxes. And I think it's beautiful, and he has a really authentic way to be with people when he shares good, bad, or ugly, whatever's going on. And we love to hear, in the community about other people that we network with, like, personal insights too. So, as a professional photographer, how many years have you been here in Las Vegas doing that?
Here 4 years.
You live by the Strip. You're just right by the Strip. I mean, how
It
great
was
could that be?
the whole coming to Vegas. My plan, everything that I expected happened the way it did.
So, like clockwork. Did you want to live by the Strip?
The strip was done by a client of mine, happens to be a millionaire. Lives in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and he came to my other studio, and he came because he saw me when I started.
Wow.
You got to realize where I started.
Oh, where did you start?
Okay.
Where did you start?
Underneath the bridge in Henderson.
In Henderson. You started out laying low.
No, I came here.
Incognito?
I came here
as well?
No, I came
Did
here
you
with this
have-
idea. And you
I'm
gotta hear
going
this.
to make it silly, but
Yeah.
it
You
sounds
gotta hear
serious.
this idea.
It sounds serious.
Because I came here because I came to Vegas with the notion that I sold a print to Alaska Magazine.
Okay.
That made the cover.
Yeah.
They paid me $500. I said, oh, okay, I'm coming to Vegas. Well,
Yeah.
I come to Vegas, and the first thing that I don't want to do is pay rent.
You're right.
So I come to this great idea that I'm going to live in my car.
Oh, like really?
Really. So I
that
lived,
didn't last too long, though, right?
No, it did last a long time until the car caught fire.
Oh, snap.
Now I am homeless.
Oh, man, that's kind of creepy and sad. I'm sorry to hear that.
No, it could be creepy and sad if I wanted somebody to hug me and go, whoa, you'll be okay. But I signed up for this.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, then nobody asked for that kind of thing to happen, though.
Well,
Unless you actually lit it on fire yourself by accident.
No, the car went on its own, but
Did
by
it?
the same,
Oh, my gosh.
token, that's life. And there's a difference between the bad things that happen and the reason and then life.
Yeah.
We all go through it. So I'm sitting under a bridge doing I'll never forget this, I'm doing a cover for the Social Register of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And I shot this attorney, and I'm sitting under this bridge with a blanket and my laptop, and I'm doing the post edit. And I'm sitting there going like, just keep going, don't stop, turn this in.
Keep going.
Yeah,
One more
and I
step.
did. My breakthrough came this year. And what made me decide to come to the Strip was my client said, listen, you have a lot of people from out of town who come to Vegas and want photography, but when they come to Vegas, they want to come to Vegas. They want to see Vegas. So if you could find some place where you could put your studio close to the Strip, that was fine.
That was a
And I found
tip.
it.
Somebody give you a hot tip on that. That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, actually, I really love your landscapes. Her background was in professional trucking, right? And you got to go every beautiful place
One
in
side of
the
the
world.
United States to the
It
other.
was gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous landscapes and sunrise, sunsets you ever thought of could see in the world. They were taken photo by him, and really amazing photographs. And so this is a whole new thing. To do portraits of people in Las Vegas is like a whole new part of photography, right?
Yeah, and
it's an art form just the same as
It's an art form, it's also a different beast and a different animal, but by the same token, I did portraits before. It was just coming to Vegas that was so different. Because Vegas has something all on its own, where everybody else is everybody else. And once you
What do you mean by that?
Well, Vegas has a thing that, because it is the entertainment capital of the world, And everybody.
It's one of them. I mean.
No, this is it.
L.A. Come on.
If you are in Vegas and you stand in front of the camera, you want to show.
Yeah. Okay.
If you're in any place like that, I was just in Seward, Alaska.
All right.
Over the weekend.
And people weren't all about that.
No. They wanted to be Alaskans. Okay. So the one thing that people in Vegas do that everybody else doesn't is that when you take a 9 out of 10 people in Vegas like to have their picture taken.
Oh.
Of the 9,
Yes.
they say one thing after it's done. The famous 4 words in Vegas. You know what it is?
Viva Las Vegas?
No?
No.
Let me see it.
Let me see it. Oh, they're all fading and get in there and.
That's a Vegas
Let me
thing.
see. Let me see.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I'm in Alaska, right? I'm shooting all these people, and I'm going like, I didn't hear.
You must
one.
have been happy about that. Peace. At
Well,
last.
no, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So anybody in Vegas who wants their picture taken, yeah, they want to see it because the world is seeing it. So other than that, no matter good, bad, or indifferent in photography or anything in life, you signed up for it. You signed up for it.
Yeah, that's good.
And
That's
the
good.
good and the bad. When you take a bad picture, you learn. When you take a good picture, you don't really live in it because you're going to get a bad one. You know, and that's how you learn.
Tina Turner wants to be part of our interview too.
Yeah.
Hey, say hi, Tina.
See, I did TV for 30 years. I have never yet done an interview by myself for 30 years. I remember doing one interview, and I did one Sunday.
He wants his interview by himself.
No, I'm just checking. I did one Sunday for the TV station that I used to work for. I did one Sunday for the TV station I used to work for. And everybody remembers me, right? So what had happened was everybody's going like, God, Michael's back in town. Oh man, so everybody's like,
Yeah, just today?
no, that was Sunday.
Woo.
That was Sunday just before I got on the plane. So what else you want to know?
Let's see.
The number one thing in photography.
Boudoir. Let's talk big boudoir. What about, who are you a fan of in the boudoir, photography?
Me?
How about, I know you, but what about, I haven't seen her boudoir pictures, but what about Olivia? That's an artist.
The one thing that changed my photography was I stopped looking at everybody else.
Yeah, she's an artist, really. She just draws really beautiful, stuff. But he told me he does natural light.
Yeah.
He has gorgeous, 2 places
3
in the home, they get natural light right there, morning or evening, right?
Right.
Just morning.
The thing about boudoir, and let's make this real simple here, because everybody thinks boudoir is about being sexy.
Right.
And
Less
showing
clothes,
a little
all
bit.
the clothes.
Boudoir
off,
has
and all
nothing to
that.
do with that. If you go back, boudoir is a short form back in the day for glamour. Okay? If boudoir got its own name when everybody started taking things off.
Get the T&A look.
Yes, okay.
But that's not really what it's about. It's more
boudoir is about
seduction.
you.
It's simple. It's less.
It's not even
more,
that.
Something's less.
It's
is more.
about you. It's about self-acceptance. That's all this is, okay? Everybody is sexy. You're sexy. Everybody in this room is sexy.
I agree.
Why do I need to take your clothes off? It's already there,
Yeah.
okay? But it's a form, it's an art form that does not lend itself to being sexy. It's all about you doing something that you've always wanted to do and to fight those battles to get through it. I just did one last week, and I won't mention her name, but her past took her to a point that she was raped. And when she got through that period, there were things that she wanted to do that she was scared to do. So she came to me, she goes like, I want to try this boudoir only because of the way you set it up, natural light, da-da-da. And she did. We talked about it, we discussed it, she walked in, we were done in an hour, and she was happy with it. Boudoir is nothing about sex. It is nothing about the clothes that you're wearing. If you want to wear them, that's fine, but it's all about you. It's just self-acceptance.
Do you have people bring a prop of their favorite liking, or
some people do, but some people let me go on my own.
Do you have a bag full of props or a room full of
No,
stuff
I
that
usually
they can use?
I look at people for who they are and what they are and their strengths. Now I'll see something that'll give me an idea, and I'll expand on that. But eventually, when I'm working with my client, I see something that is a strength, and I capitalize on that. And I only got that from one place.
Where?
People pleasing.
What do you mean?
People who grow up as people pleasers live their lives so when they look at other people, they want to know about that person so they don't get mad at them. And people pleasers are very, very smart. They're very, very observant. Well, I stop people pleasing, but I never stop observing.
Right, you have the qualities there.
So when I see something, see, I already know what makes you upset already. I already know that. So what I do...
Wait, you don't know me well enough to know everything like that.
No, believe me, a people pleaser does.
Okay.
He does.
I'm a people pleaser too.
Correct. Then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I don't really need any props anymore.
I'm very observant. I think in that quality that comes from being that way. Yeah.
If you use props, it's fine. It takes away from the subject. And the subject is more important than the photographer. So that's my attitude when I go in and shoot that. So
well, that's great that you put them first.
Yeah.
Because they should be first. That's great. What would you say on location are your favorite places to do shoots? Like, what is your dream location? What are some dream locations? I can tell you some of mine.
The dream location that I would like to go to now for landscape is Mount Shasta in California.
Oh, that's a pretty place. No, well, I mean for boudoir.
For boudoir?
For fashion. See, I'm about the fashion. So
the dream location right now for me here in Nevada, and I know because I know the spot, is in Red Rock Canyon, Calico Basin. So the other spot is a ghost town, which is north of Peru. By Death Valley.
Yeah, Death Valley.
Right. There really is. Oh, the last place is just out here on Lake Mead in Boulder City.
So this nature, you got the nature spots. Right?
Well, that's the Alaska end.
Yeah, that's the Alaska one. Okay, me. Okay, I like tree houses. Okay.
Okay.
I like ocean cabanas.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
That's very important that you say that because photographers don't listen. They're all about themselves, trying to create their creativity, but they don't listen to the client. So if you came to me and said, you want a cabana on a beach, on an ocean,
Yeah.
8 out of 10 photographers would either try and talk you out of it or try and go do something else.
That's a nice vacation spot, photo, I think.
Right. Yeah, I live in San Diego, so I
lounging in a great spot and, good times with friends.
The Sports Illustrated cover of Rhonda Rousey was done on a beach. No, that was Kelly. I forgot her last name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, she did it.
Well, Rhonda went out there, and she went. I think they went down to Mexico, and she forgot her bathing suit. So Sports Illustrated had to do something, and it came out really dynamite because
they had a lot of bathing suits there.
No, they didn't have any bathing suits, so they body painted the suit on her. When you look at the SI cover of Rhonda Rousey, that is body painted.
Oh, interesting. And it's because they forgot the bathing
No, she forgot it. She forgot to bring her. Yeah.
I find that strange.
Well, I don't, because of the simple fact that no matter who you are, what you do, you still do people things. Like, see, for instance, I forget things, okay? Or my mind is so tunneled that you could be talking to me and I'll hear you, but I won't hear you, okay?
I can say, what? Did you say last week you said that to me? No.
Right.
Yes, I did. No, you didn't. So yeah.
And photographers, they don't, most of them listen, but most of them are about to say, and I'm not talking bad about photographers, I'm just telling you what we do. Okay, and the one thing that we don't do is we don't communicate with our clients to give them what they want. We can do everything else, and the only way we learn is when they don't like it, and that sucks. Because the only way you're going to learn is that.
I thought of another place I think would be great to be photographed. On the stage with Victoria's Secret models, with the big backpack with the feathers and, all the really great accessories that they wear.
Why Vicky's Secret? You're better looking than they are.
I think that it would be just fun to be there. I don't know. And to have that environment and just to have, I just love that fashion.
Well, Vanity Fair, Vogue, all those guys have this great big fat, just what you're talking about, with runways and everything. If I had a chance to do that, I would. And see, I like glamour. I like glamour style natural light. That's where I want to go. In fact, that's where I'm going. So, but I like glamour style natural light on a simple background. And I want to focus on the subject because it's what you have that's important. It's hard to tell that to somebody who doesn't believe it. Okay, but until you take the picture and show them that's how they're going to believe it.
Right. And there's nothing like natural light. Same thing with doing makeup. There's nothing like doing makeup in natural light. Nothing like it.
Yeah, I have 2 windows. The sun rises in the east, it moves over to the south, it sets in the southwest. And the angles that I got from 7 a.m. in the morning till about 3 is phenomenal.
I'll bet that was thought out when you purchased the place.
No, I just happened to be there. I saw it because most in
But
photography.
you had to go for it because you saw that.
Well, the best window to shoot natural light is a north-facing window. Well, my apartment is facing south, so I have to look because I'm a broadcast meteorologist.
Oh
okay?
yeah, you were in broadcast. Tell us.
Yeah, I have a degree in meteorology. I did weather on TV in Alaska, Idaho, and Maryland for over 30 years.
That is so cool.
So
So
I
you
kn-
know what's going on with the weather.
Yeah, so I know, especially with the sun, because I studied the sun for so long driving truck. Okay, like everybody asks me, where's the best sunrises? North Dakota. Okay, where's the best
I love that.
sunsets?
You got the scoop.
Believe it or not, the best sunsets. You're really gonna love this. The best sunsets, and it's got Alaska Beach 6 times left on Sunday, right here in Nevada.
Really?
Yes. For one reason and one reason only.
Why?
We have no trees. It's just wide open desert. So the colors of the sun, as it goes down, it changes colors. It gets burnt orange. The colors of the sun as it rises, we're so wide open. You have so many different colors, and it's beautiful. So Nevada, to me, beats Alaska, Idaho, beats Montana, but the best sunrises are in North Dakota because it's flat, very flat. You're talking about the Central Plains. So when you see the sun come up, that first thing in your mind is like, my God, the world is really flat.
And it's probably like the angels are singing, whoa, and it's like coming up. I love that. I love to watch the sunrise in Red Rock when you're doing a hike early in the morning.
My number 2 seller for landscape is Red Rock Canyon. I sold 12. So,
what do you frame them like?
I do them in all forms. I do them in metal,
Like
canvas.
you put the canvas on a frame, stapled around the frame.
If you want a frame, yeah. I sell them as products. I just sold my Seward one for 5. I sold a landscape photography piece in Seward, Alaska over the weekend. I sold it for $500, and that money was donated to the American Cancer Society.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Right. The next 1 hour later, 2 people bought it at my retail price because they didn't make the bid. So I've been
they liked it. They seriously liked it.
Yeah.
And it was a picture of.
It was a picture of a train station that was one of the only buildings that remained standing from the 1964 earthquake tsunami.
And that was tsunami
In Alaska.
in Alaska.
Yeah, the 1964 Good Friday earthquake.
So it was special to them because it was a picture of something from their city. And
Well, Seward, if you look at the town, the train station's on the very edge of town overlooking Resurrection Bay. When the tsunami hit, it wiped everything out but the train station. So I took that, and it brought a lot of sentimental value to it. But I was just surprised that I sold 2 more, because my retail is $350. So I sold 2 more that night.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job. You're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
That's really great. And oh, by the way, he's an ex-polar bear jumper. And I'm Swedish, so hey, I know what the polar bear plunge is.
Yep.
That's where they jump in the cold water and they get all electrified,
Yep.
right?
My coldest jump was minus 12 degrees below zero.
12 degrees below. Oh my gosh, your toes would just like crisp off.
I didn't make it back to the dock. In fact, it was so cold I never did it. I jumped out of the water.
You didn't get back? What do you mean?
No, I was walking to get back to change,
Okay.
right? And I got a towel on me.
All right.
And I froze like this. And the fire department picked me up by my elbows and carried me inside to warm me up. But the hard part was, I thought it was just going to be something as simple as just warming up.
Right.
I started getting dizzy.
Oh, it's a whole thing.
Nothing worked. Right.
You go into the whole thing.
And when I
You
went
have to go
there
through all the
Sunday, all the
phases of getting out of that,
all the firefighters remembered me when I was there over the weekend, right? They go like, God, I remember you. We almost lost you. And I went, yeah, you
Holding
did.
you by the elbows,
Yeah.
picking you up.
They
with
held
a
me by the
stick.
elbows like this, and
You're like
and I was
frozen
like
like a little cartoon.
and I couldn't figure why I can't walk.
They're like Daffy Duck. They're like picking Daffy Duck.
Yeah.
And crisp your arm down. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But you know what? Your heart was probably really pumping when you got in that water. Jeez.
When you jump in the water in that environment, I tell people you're in suspended animation for 3 seconds. And then after 3 seconds, it will hit you that you're in that water. And it's time to get out. Yeah. 3 seconds. 3 seconds.
Woo! I would like to try it, but not really. I'm too old.
I had a heart
not
attack.
as fearless as I used to be.
I had a heart attack.
Easy. This is an interview with Michael. We'd love to have you in it. Come on. You know what?
It's an interview.
Well, we're almost done, but I don't know, what else do you have to tell me, Amanda?
What is it that you want to know?
Let's see.
I'm the new guy in Vegas.
I know, right?
Nobody takes me seriously until they see my pictures.
Yeah, until it takes your pictures. Well, guess what? Just so you know, we are going to be projecting behind us on the green screen all your photos, the slideshow, as we're doing this interview. So
kidding.
right
What
now,
photos do you
everybody,
want?
anything good, all this good stuff, we're going to have it all projected. So everybody in the show is going to be able to see your wonderful work.
When I came to Vegas, I
And
went
maybe
to
some
the
kooky pictures of us from tonight, too. Who knows?
when I came to Vegas, I went to the William Hill Sportsbook, and I did some odds on the odds of me making as a professional photographer living in Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah?
It was one.
Wait. The sportsbook odds of you making it.
Yes,
That's amazing.
Yes.
What, who thought of that?
I did.
No, okay, now.
Because when I first started, everybody was trying to talk me out of it.
That's whacked.
Okay,
Okay, I'm sorry, that's whacked.
Yeah, it is. There were people trying to talk me out of it.
So
Right?
did you get the actuaries there to do all
One,
the statistical
yeah.
data?
Are you ready for this?
logistical-
Are you
okay.
ready for this? 1 in 428 million.
The chances of you making it.
And I looked at the guy, and when he told
That's
me that, right,
encouragement for you.
Well, no, when he told
That's
me
the
that, I
kind of
never
thing
did-
that makes you want to get up in the morning and go get to work.
I'm 64, right? So I'm going like, I looked at it and I said, you know what? Challenge accepted.
I love it. Challenge accepted. You hear that?
That's it.
That's the best. That's the best. I love the attitude.
Yeah.
You
Do
got it.
not ever give up your dreams. Give up your passion. It'll be the worst thing that you could ever do. So, and now my journey is on another path. So I got through right now. Well, I thought it was the hard part, but the hard part is now.
What
Because
was your journey? You was photography, right?
when I started, when you gotta have a starting point.
Yeah.
Okay? A lot of my photography got started in Idaho and when I was driving truck. I had no intention on doing people photography until I got here.
Oh.
But the thing about people photography, when you're trying,
It's more fun.
well, when you're trying to be your own brand, you're going to be broke for a while. And when you're trying not to be like everybody else, you're really going to be broke for a while. But something will happen if you stay with it. And then what will happen at that point, you just don't wait for the world to tell you that you're ready. You get out there and you start singing.
That's it.
Okay, and you sing, okay? And if you fail, I always say, ever tried, ever failed, no matter. Try again, fail again, fail better.
Feel better. Good line. Good line. I totally love that. And just to steal one of JC Cristola, one of his taglines from his, it's the show Fab Life that he has right after my Ep39 show. He always says, your best accessory is confidence. And I love that. It's great. And what you said is great too. You know? Feel better. I love it. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
Really nice to have you.
You're welcome.
I hope you come again. Be our photographer next time for our social media shows, quarterly meeting and our party.
Invite me.
Are you having fun?
I'm kind of bald.
You gotta eat.
No, I only eat when I'm hungry.
Oh, okay. Well, we have a lot of good food. Everybody cooked, and we're here at the Westgate Hotel.
This is the
Maria's-
hotel in
Maria's
1973. I was 18 years old. Back then it was called the Las Vegas Hilton. And this is the hotel that I saw Elvis in 1973.
Oh, wow. History.
I'm now 64. Every time I come in here, I go, I never forget the night I saw Elvis in this building.
Was he just walking around, or did you see him?
No, it's on the show.
So, show.
It cost me $35 and 2 drinks.
Shoot.
1973.
So special. That must have been special.
It was.
Good old Elvis. Okay, we're exiting stage left tonight.
Michael has left the building.
Michael and Elvis have left the building. Ep39 Show, thanks for zooming in. We are glad you came, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Down and read it out.
Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity starts with us on social media shows. We have 20 shows a week live streamed across the globe, with a reach of over 80,000 and growing. So you can host your own show, and you can be anything you want to be. So let's bring the community together, and let's bring the world to you. Join us now. We've reached the age of live streaming.